Welcome to the stream, everybody. It is time for the Robot Rampage League. How is everybody doing today? I have no idea what you guys are expecting, but it is, it's going to be a thing, that is for sure. Hello, Burnout and American Killjoy and Catinator and Razor259. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I saw somebody mention that this is great to watch while waiting for BattleBots. Yeah, BattleBots is happening in a week or two now. That's awesome. There will be simultaneous robot combat. Can you yell robot fighting time when it all goes down? I can yell anything that I want. I don't care about my neighbors. So, we are going to get into this and we are going to do some Robot Rampage stuff. I have a notebook full of lines that I have drawn because I'm going to be keeping paper notes. It's a lot easier than tabbing in and out of the game because stock Robot Arena 2 is very unstable when you tab in and out of the game, so I don't want to have to keep doing that. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to fire up Robot Arena 2 and we're going to run these matches and we're just going to see how the first week of the league goes and who ends up winning what. Be doing drawings of wrestlers as BattleBots. That sounds fun. Hardcore note-taking. Yes. Wait, BattleBots is coming back. Yes, it is. They're filming in a couple of weeks. They might be able to release the first few episodes before the end of the year. We don't know yet. All right, so before we get into this, a couple of notes on how the fights are going to run. I'm just going to pull up fights and we're just going to run the fights. If a physics glitch of the game, because it's a buggy, unstable game, if a physics glitch affects the fight in a meaningful way, we're just going to restart the fight. And we're going to keep restarting the fight until we get a version of the fight that has no physics glitches, is more or less how that's going to run. Other than that, it's just we're just going to watch the fight and see what happens. I was debating whether or not to use the free camera mode or to use the orbiting camera mode that follows the robots around, but I think I'm just going to stick with the orbiting camera one so I don't have to like constantly be monitoring where the cameras are. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to get started with our first fight, which is, or our first match, first team match, which in my notes is Stormlab and Kinetic Creatures. So we are going to fire up the Robot Arena 2 here and see if we can get this to cooperate with the stream. All right. I'm just waiting to see if it's actually streaming what I'm telling it to stream. It is! Fantastic! This is great news. And the chat box is popping up now and everything. Fantastic. This is great. Everything is going according to plan. All right, so we've got Stormlab and Kinetic Creatures. So we're just going to roll through here until we get to Stormlab. And then the game is going to crash because that's how this game works. Mouse clicking intensifies. You're damn right the mouse clicking intensifies. Might be able to turn that down just a hair. Hopefully the game doesn't crash as often as it tries to. So Stormlab has Firestarter for the lightweights, and then we're going for Kinetic Creatures, which is somewhere in here. Kinetic Creatures Team 14. They have Steel Dragon. So horizontal spinner against a saw spinner to start off. The very first fight of the Robot Rampage League. Here we go. Let's see what nonsense happens. Give your predictions in the chat. Oh, here we go. Steel Dragon's already under Firestarter and got him pinned against the wall. Ooh, getting some corner grinder action. The grinders do a lot of damage to stock robots, so if Steel Dragon could get Firestarter into the corner, it could probably KO it. It's not trying very hard at the moment. Although the saws are cutting up Firestarter's weapon. Tuning in from Anthracite. Oh, there goes the weapon tooth, the razor tip on the end of Firestarter's weapon. So it's not going to do as much damage. The only thing that can really do damage on Firestarter is the sledgehammer counterweight, but Steel Dragon's also lost a saw blade. 2 minutes into the fight. Steel Dragon has taken a lot of damage, but Firestarter's weapon is basically useless at this point. So how is this going to go? Steel Dragon's cutting up the front end of Firestarter now. Look at this. Oh, and he got him into the corner. Steel Dragon's got to watch the wheel. Oh, the wheel came off. Good job, Steel Dragon. You broke your own wheel off. Oh, and he's going to cut up his other wheel now. He's being counted out. And he broke the count. Excellent. Oh, there goes the other saw blade, and Firestarter's thrown itself on its back. It can theoretically self-right. Which one's getting counted out? Oh no, who's getting counted out here? 54 seconds left on the clock. And it was Steel Dragon that was counted out. Okay. Steel Dragon could not move enough and got counted out before Firestarter. There was, what, 54 seconds left? So that's 126 seconds. Firestarter wins by TKO. 33.51 to 10.93. Okay, so that is the first 2 points to Stormlab. Stormlab is leading the match. And now we're going to bring out the middleweights. Sludge. God damn it. Sludge and Siege. Siege is probably my favorite looking robot in the whole league right now. This is going to be good. In testing, these guys were really good. So we've got Sludge versus Siege for the middleweight points. Good job, Sludge. Fantastic. Top quality match. I didn't even see how many seconds that was. It was, what, about 4? Excellent. 10 out of 10 matches. So that is 2 points for a ring out to Kinetic Creatures. So we are all tied up now at 2-2. Stormlab's going in with Microburst in the heavies. And Kinetic Creatures with Surgical Glory, the flail sit and spin thwack bot. Give us some predictions in the chat while we start this match off. So Microburst is trying to get some stabbing in, and Surgical Glory is doing a good job of swatting it away, although that side armor on Microburst, well, it was holding up. It's not holding up anymore. That was a 4-second ring out in the middleweights is what Burnout says. Good job, Sludge. Letting your team down. Oh, there goes a wheel now off of Microburst. Surgical Glory is beating it the hell up. Although Microburst has taken off one of the flails. That was a physics glitch. I'm going to allow it. It didn't really affect how things were going. They both kind of reset, unless Burnout in the chat says that should be a restart. Surgical Glory is sitting in one spot. This is not good for Surgical Glory because he's probably going to get counted out if he doesn't move soon. There he goes. Microburst is completely unable to control where it's going. Just got here. What you missed? Snowing Steak, you missed a 4-second middleweight match is what you missed. Right now the teams are tied 2-2. Stormlab got a TKO and Kinetic Creatures got a ring out. So this is the heavyweights, third fight of this match, and Microburst is doing a good job of knocking pieces off of Surgical Glory even without a wheel. It's taken this fight deep into the time here. We're looking at if they might be able to hold off for a judge's decision, you know. That could be big. Stop Surgical Glory from getting too many points. It's 3 points for a KO, 2 points for a TKO or a ring out. There's Microburst glitching all over itself again. Oh, there goes more armor coming off. There's no big physics glitches before the end of this one. This is going to go to the judges, I think. How are they going to judge this one? I'll have to mark this as a timestamp for the judges to look at later. We will not find out the results of judges' matches until next week is when we'll have all the results of the judges' matches. So that is a judge's decision. Microburst with 11,000 points of damage to Surgical Glory's 9,600. Okay. That was a really good showing by Microburst to last for the remaining 2 minutes without a wheel. So even if Microburst loses, the other team's only going to get 1 point out of a judge's decision. So now, the Super Heavies. So Team 15 and Team 14. We're at Agano for Stormlab. And Team 14 should be White Hot for Kinetic Creatures. Pretty even on damage. Going to be a tough call. Yeah, it's going to come down to control and aggression, and the neither of them were particularly aggressive. So we're going to find out. Give us your expectations for Uragano and White Hot. We are going to get into this one. There's a lot of weapon parts here. There could be some glitching going on. Here we go. Final fight of this first match. Oh my goodness. Uragano's already lost a hammerhead because of the defensive spike setup that White Hot has. Of course, White Hot's weapon setup is basically useless unless he can get in and get one of those weapon motors. He's just ripping Uragano's weapons to pieces here. And there it's gone. Now this is a pushing match. So White Hot with the defensive spike setup has outlasted Uragano's double vertical spinners. But now, can White Hot actually bring this match to an early end? He's going to try and get the wheel off here with the corner grinder. Uragano's got some wheel guards to protect those. Those wheel guards coming in handy for Uragano. He keeps backing himself up to the grinder. That's not a good strategy. They want to hold this out to a judge's decision if they can. And once again, try and limit points. White Hot doesn't have a whole lot of KO power, so they may be able to outlast them. There goes one of the weapon motors. A minute and 25 left. Sad Eric isn't competing. Yes, we don't have any Erics in this first season. There might be some next season, depending on what people enter. Jake Starr reckons White Hot is leading this one. Yeah, it might be. We'll have to find out. Eric is always here in spirit. Eric is inside everyone in spirit. Don't read too much into that statement. Yeah, I feel like White Hot is probably going to take this one on a judge's decision. But that requires Uragano to last to a judge's decision. Although they might be able to push him into a grinder and get a KO here if they can hold him against it, which they cannot. That was a good charge by Uragano there in desperation. So the real Eric is the friends we made along the way. All right, so White Hot probably going to win a single point here on a judge's decision, if I can use proper English words. 2 judges' decisions in the first match. That's interesting. I wonder how many judges' decisions we're going to have overall. Because I think every stream is going to start off with, this is the results from last time. All right, that's a judge's decision. Uragano technically caused more damage points-wise, but White Hot caused more damage in terms of functionality. So that will be the end of that match, and we are looking at it could be a 3-3 tie, it could be a 4-2 match for somebody, depending on which way both of those judges' decisions go. So we don't know yet. But we will move on to Team Eeveeon against Meta. Where is Team Eeveeon? There we go, with Kurbnilab. And they are facing the Meta bot builders with Uglybot. Okay. Kurbnilab a vertical spinner and Uglybot a piston poker. Give your predictions and expectations in the chat, please. As far as those judges' decisions go, because I saw somebody mention Uragano won. Technically, no, we're using the fight court judging system for our fights. So the points of damage caused in the game are only one factor in that. There's still strategy, control, and aggression, and then spectacle points. Kurbnilab is screwed. Or poked, depending on how you want to... Oh, wow, it got itself back upright. Not that it's going to matter much. Oh, well, hold the phone. Can you two please decide what you're doing here? Well, Uglybot's going to throw itself around is what's going to happen. This is... Unless Kurbnilab runs out of battery power and gets counted out, this is probably going to a judge's decision. Is this what you guys wanted when you tuned into the Robot Rampage League? You expected to see robots just kind of there. Welcome to classic BattleBots, where 500 robots went through some bullshit rounds like this before television. Kurbnilab now looks like Polar Vortex. A little bit. This isn't accurate to the actual Uglybot. I don't know what is. So this is why the lightweight class died. This is why non-active weapon weight classes died. Yeah, Uglybot has too much steering. Like, And it's going to throw itself in the grinder. I turned its steering way down so that it could accurately use its weapon, and it is still just oversteering the crap out of everything. That's what happens when you put high-powered motors in a lightweight. Although Kurbnalab is not moving very much. So if Uglybot can avoid running into it, they might get counted out here. Moving just enough to break the count. Uglybot might KO itself if it keeps running into Kurbnalab like that. Even the crowd in the game is booing. Fantastic. Uglybot shaking its head in disappointment. Yep. It had that one locked up, and it blew it. Only 1 point. Probably going to Uglybot on that one, but only 1 point instead of a KO, which would have been 3 points. For shame, Uglybot. You should have won that one decisively. So Meta is going into the middleweights with Creighton. And Eevee is going into the middleweights with Spinning Cage of Death, a rebuild from one of my very first Robot Arena 2 builds. So, horizontal spinner that is not invertible or a rear-hinged flipper. What do you guys think? Holy crap, Creighton going for an Uda already. Trying to get the ring out points. Although it could probably just get the KO here if it keeps it in the ring. Or it could do that to itself. Good job. Oh, he's going to get the ring out. Look at that. 2 points for Creighton. I did not see how many seconds were left on the clock. I think it's at 2:26, which would be like 34 seconds. Was that match? I'm keeping stats on all of this because we are going to have some like proper stats going out on everything. Average KO times in the lot. So Spike 6 for Eeveeon. And Meta is going in with Psychogenic Harmfulness. Front hinge flipper against vertical spinner. What are we thinking? Maybe another ring out. We've had 2 ring outs. We've had, what is this? 6 fights, and we've already had 2 ring outs. So maybe we'll get another one. What do we think? Is my wife okay back there? Yeah, she's doing just fine. Choking on her own spit, probably. That's how both of us are going to go out. Spike 6 going to town on Psychogenic Harmfulness and immediately losing both of its flipping arms. Good job, Spike 6. Feeding your weapon directly into the alien death cannons. Thing is, Spike 6 is too low for Psychogenic to get a bite on. So that means either they're going to make a mistake and get their wheels cut up at some point, or they need to push Psychogenic into the corner grinder hazards. Orbit camera, that's right, my bad. Ooh, Psychogenic got a hit there. This would be a perfect spot for Spike 6 to flip with if he still had his weapons. Oh, he's going back over by the grinder. That's a great idea. Put yourself at risk of being immobilized. Oh, there goes that wheel. That's what happens when you play with the corner hazards like that. You can't get out of there. I think he broke the count now because Psychogenic's going at him. And getting himself pushed near the grinder. Thrilling gameplay. I know, it is. That's what happens when you get a bunch of stuff together and just see what happens. Although Spike 6 has lost its wheels now, this is going to be a TKO. Unless the grinder kills it first. $58 seconds left. That is 122 seconds. TKO. Okay. Super Heavy's time. This is Eeveeon, which is Eeveeon's Team 9. Eeveeon going in with Blood Eagle. And Meta is going in with Spearmint. So two big rammers here. One with kind of a scoop weapon and the other one with a battering ram type of a thing. What do we think? Here we go. This is like that Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each other. Oh yay, another pushing match. Holy crap, Spearmint, what have you done? I looked away at the chat for just a second. How could you do this to me? Now, is that a pin? Or is that an immobilization? What do we think? Is that a pin or an immobilization? That looks like a pin. Yep, I'm going to say that that's a pin. Pinning is not allowed to end a match, so we're going to have to start over. Let's try that one again. Rematch time. Pretend the other one didn't happen at all. Looks like Spearmint's got the better pushing power. Although Blood Eagle has the better defensive setup here. Oh, hold the phone. What the hell? Talk about a comeback. Okay, Blood Eagle, good job. I didn't see how long that match lasted, but I'll check back on it later. Wow, okay. Well, there you go. That's a ring-out victory for Eeveeon. So that is 4 points for Meta and 2 points for Eeveeon, pending one judge's decision, which is probably going to go the way of Eeveeon. So we're looking at probably a 3 to 4 points for that matchup. Interesting. Okay. Next match coming up is the Mantines against the Orlando Commandos. So we get Hailstorm 4 against Airtime. So 2 flippers going at it here, front hinged and a piston flipper. The pistons in this game are not very good at doing much of anything because they are missing like 2 out of the 3 Newton laws of physics. So we'll see what Airtime can do with Firestorm or Hailstorm 4 here. Hey, American Killjoy's an Orlando supporter. The Orlando Commandos, are you going commando for this, American Killjoy? Let us know. Let us know what your predictions are as we get this match started. And Hailstorm's got the better wedging. And he's got Airtime over, and I don't think Airtime can self-right from that. Well, he did. A little bit of help from Hailstorm. And over he goes again. Neither of them are very fast, but Hailstorm's got the wedge. Oh, good job, Hailstorm, falling over on yourself. I think someone's going to win. I hope somebody wins because I'm getting tired of judges' decisions in my notes. Hailstorm doing quite a bit of damage and getting Airtime over to the grinders. He's gotten one of the piston flippers torn off. He's just holding him there. This is going to be a pin. And we're going to have to restart. Hailstorm, why would you do this to us? You were doing such a great job. Oh, hold the phone. Airtime got under Hailstorm this time. And now, stalemate. Great job, everybody. And stalemate. Yes. 10 out of 10 robot combat. This is what everybody tunes in for. Wedge versus wedge, where neither wedge can get under the other. Oh, looks like Firestorm's got the edge now. Hailstorm. I need to remember. Hailstorm. It's even got icicles on it. And there, Airtime goes over. That was like a Roadblocks championship winning match where it's just like very slowly easing robots over onto their side. God, imagine the next season of BattleBots is a bunch of stalemates. Yeah, imagine every BattleBots fight is like Endgame versus Bite Force where they collide and then both robots just stop working. Oh no, don't do the dancing in circles thing. Please don't do the dancing in circles thing. You guys had 2 good matchups so far. Now you're doing this to us. 1 good matchup so far. At least Roadblock a saw. Yeah, Roadblock was a saw. Yeah, I don't like it when the AI do this either. But we gotta let it go. Because sometimes they break the stalemate and things happen. It's now a dance-off. Yes, who are you going to vote for in this dance-off? That is the question. Hailstorm's going for the side now. Hailstorm and Airtime doing their best impression of a microwave. You're not wrong. This is going to be the most boring match in the league's history. Holy crap. I love that there's an in-game noise for somebody yelling, "Come on." Call this one of the worst matches you've ever seen. Yeah, this is definitely one of the worst fights that I've ever seen in this game so far. And that is a judge's decision that is going to rely almost entirely on which judges stay awake for the whole fight. Right then, moving on to the middleweights with Q and OMG, it's Dollar Store Razor. So Q is a sit and spinner, and it is the letter Q followed by 8 silent vowels because that is how the word Q works. And then there is OMG Dollar Store Razor. What do we think? For those of you who are still awake, what do we think of the fight between Dollar Store Razor and AQ? Q, Razor, Razor. We got some Razor fans in the chat. All right, let's see if Razor lives up to your expectations. Well, he's got a good hold of Q. He stopped him from spinning. And now Q's gotten up to speed. Razor, you should have come in with that carbide plow. 16 seconds. I think that's our first KO of the stream so far. That's 3 points for the Orlando Commandos, which have the wrong name in here for some reason. 27.95, 1060. All right. Next up, it is for the Mantines, Tougher Than Nails. And Drillosaurus. Something gentleman's agreement. Yes. And everyone from England has left the stream. Yes, they have. All right, Drillosaurus and Tougher Than Nails. So we at least still have the Dutch here, even if we don't have everyone from England. What do we think? I think this one's going to be pretty obvious here. Well, Tougher Than Nails is keeping Drillosaurus' weapons at bay for the time being. And now it's wearing it like a hat. Good job. Can Drillosaurus even get down from there? Apparently so. Oh yeah, go for the wheels. That was your first mistake. Your first and only mistake there, Tougher Than Nails. Oof. 39 seconds. Stop, he's already dead. Burnout in the chat. Death, death, death. This is not a Baby Metal concert. You should not do that. Alright, so Team 13. Nope, not Team 13. Game Crash. That is what we're going to go with. So we need the super heavies for the Mantines versus Orlando. So far, Orlando, it looks like Orlando's going to win this one because there's a judge's decision and then 6 points to Orlando. So I think Orlando's won this this match. It's just a matter of how many points each team will have for the league now. So the Mantines are Team 7. They're going in with Falcon Punch. And Orlando's Team 13. All these team numbers were picked randomly, by the way, so Falcon Punch against Aberrin, which is a 4 spiked X thing, which could come in from above on a robot that only has armor to the side. What do we think of Falcon Punch and Aberrin? Let me know your prediction in the chat while we get this match started. Well, Falcon's up to speed, sort of. Aberrant is throwing itself around and does not have invertibility on its side or self-righting on its side. But it has gotten some good hits in on Falcon Punch's weapons. Aberrant's armor's holding up pretty good, too. It's spikes that are functioning as armor on the side. Oh, but it's lost a wedge now, and it's a whole side armor. Good job, Aberrant. Keep going in there. Falcon Punch is making this real tough for Aberrant. Yeah, everything is... Oh, there it goes. Now it's upside down. Yeah, scoot your booty back over there for it. Somebody's getting counted out. Somebody is no longer getting counted out. I think it's Falcon Punch that's getting counted out. No, they've broken the count now, so... If Falcon gets counted out sitting here next to an immobile Aberrant, I'm going to make a personal decision that Aberrant is the one that should lose because it can't self-right. And it's just the stupid AI that's not driving Falcon Punch around. Yeah, the AI didn't move Falcon Punch, so I'm going to make the executive decision that Aberrant lost that one on a count out. If nobody else will complain about that... That should be Falcon's win. Fair, yes, okay. So, I have more or less used up most of my sheet here. So, okay. Falcon Punch gets 2 points. So, right now it is 6-2 for Orlando, pending a judge's decision. And then we're going to do one more match, and then I got to redo my notes because I've only made notes on a single page. Fantastic. Okay. Next up is Sinister Creations. Way down here. They've got Overheat in the lightweights, and they are facing the Indiana Robotics Alliance, which has X Factor. Horizontal spinner against a front hinge flipper, I think. Stupid AI, that is correct. What do we think of Overheat versus X Factor? Let me know in the chat. Because here we go. Ooh, a big hit for X Factor on the side of Overheat. And wrapping around the wheel now. Okay. Oh, now Overheat getting in there and jamming the weapon up. Doing damage to that motor, which is now smoking. Overheat cannot retract its weapon, though. So that's a thing. Oh, good throw. So now I think X Factor is not technically invertible. I don't remember. I think it might not actually be invertible. Great job, everybody. This was a great fight until this moment. Mr. Catinator, what did you miss? You missed a bunch of matchups. And some really boring circle push fights like this. They want to change X Factor's AI to be invertible. I think it is invertible. I think the wheels don't touch the floor is the thing. I think that the wheels might actually not touch the floor. The microwave has returned. Well, at least I have Oreos. Oreos are good. I agree with Oreos. We need to have an Oreo robot next season. How's my microphone volume, by the way? Because it's showing it a little bit too high in my streaming software here. Might have to turn it down. What flavor Oreos, though? That is the big question in life. Excellent mic volume. Fantastic. Thank you. Oreo reveal party? Is that something we need to make happen? Did Hailstorm win? We don't know. We need judge's decision on Hailstorm. We have actually a bunch of judges' decisions. This is going to be another one, it looks like, that we are not going to find out the result of until next week's stream. Because we got to give the judges time to watch the stream and give their scores for everything, so... I do not know how to write an X, apparently. I wrote Y factor. Alright, so that is the end of that fight. And we move on to the middleweights. I've kind of figured the lightweights were going to be the weakest weight class here. So next up for Indiana Robotics Alliance is the Iron Curtain, a super defensive robot. And Sinister is going to put out Cycloid, which is side axes. Think like a Splinter from Robot Wars, except if it could do damage to things. So, what do we think of defensive Iron Curtain against offensive Cycloid? Peanut butter Oreos. I'm going to have to buy those for my wife because she loves peanut butter. She's giving me a face now because she wants them. Alright, Iron Curtain with the little pokey thing. Defending well against Cycloid, but not able to get its weapon into Cycloid's chassis. And now its spike is broken off, so Iron Curtain is basically weaponless. And Cycloid is just tearing its armor to pieces now. Good job, Cycloid, keeping the pressure up. Oh, man. This is a massacre. Look what they've done to my boy. Oh, my gosh. Reagan quotes inserted here. Tear down that wall, etc. Fatality. Yes, that was a very convincing KO for Cycloid. IRA, that's right. Forgetting which teams are competing. So now we've got Omnipresence, which is a flail sit and spin thwack bot, and Second Amendment, which is a rammer. So we're probably not going to have the issues of robots just sitting like this in this one, because Second Amendment is just going to go charging in head first. Probably with like an AR-15 strapped to its back, because that's how Second Amendments work, apparently. Second Amendment might make this one fun. Yeah, let's see. Who do we think? Flail spinner or rammer? Well, Second Amendment has knocked itself over right away, and it's taken off a flail. Good job. It's taken off all the flails. All but one of the flails have come off. And that, I think, is going to have to necessitate a restart with that Havoc's glitch. What do you think, Burnout? Because it did turn Second Amendment back upright. I mean, Second Amendment is just ripped. Oh, no, my God. It's gotten stuck on top of some debris. No way. Second Amendment was dominating, and it's gotten stuck on debris. It kept it in the ring, but the glitch did flip it over. Can it get free? It did get free. Wow. That was close. Second Amendment could have been out there. After ripping all the arms off of Omnipresence. And Second Amendment has no time for logic or consistency here, much like the actual Second Amendment. Omnipresence trying to get those defensive spikes in there to go at Second Amendment's wheels. Well, that was an interesting collision. They are just tripping over all this. Look at all this debris that's just littering the arena. Oh, there goes a wheel. Second Amendment's got 60 seconds to turn this into a KO victory. Don't get yourself against the grinder. That would be bad. Naming a robot Omnipresence is just asking for trouble. Oh, here we go. Control board hit. 30 seconds to go. Can Second Amendment take this one before the end of the fight? It doesn't look like... I think Omnipresence is going to make this last to a judge's decision. One last charge. Nothing doing. Wow, what a fight. 13,000 points of damage. I think that might be my favorite fight of the stream so far. I think that's the most destructive fight of the stream so far, too, in terms of damage points. That was fun. So now Sinister is Team 17, so we're going to go for their super heavyweight. Rabid Fox with 4 vertical spinning spiked things. And Indiana is Team 5, and they have Black Widow. So... Black Widow versus Rabid Fox. Who do you got, the spider or the fox? Drill face spinner against 4 vertical spinners. Here we go. And Rabid Fox has fallen over on its face. Although it's doing a lot of damage to Black Widow from above, but Black Widow does have that extra armor on the top. If it could convince Black Widow to knock the tail off of it, then Rabid Fox could be pretty dangerous here. Quick, get life alert. It's fallen down and can't get up. Black Widow pushing Rabid Fox into the corner grinder, which it's going to climb over the top of and get away, even while upside down and unable to really do anything. Hi there, Amos. Welcome to the Robot Rampage League, where this nonsense is currently happening. Coal Miner's Revenge. No, this isn't Coal Miner. This is a totally unique and never before seen design that nobody's ever seen before. Oh, here we go. Rabid Fox has gotten up. And it is just ripping pieces off of Black Widow now. including most of it, well, all of its weapon now. So Rabid Fox spent the first half of the fight getting its butt kicked, and now it is doing the butt kicking and getting its butt eaten by a grinder, too. And Black Widow's parked it on top of the wall where it can't... Oh, no, Black Widow, don't kill yourself. You've got it stuck. And it backs into the grinder. Good job. And Rabid Fox gets the KO with 1:10 left. Okay, so Rabid Fox managed to come back from that somehow. That was Black Widow snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And so let's see what that does for... We have a judge's decision on the lightweights, a KO for Sinister Creations in the middleweights. And then another KO for Sinister Creations in the super heavyweight. So they've got 6 points, and there's only 2 points left for the judges' decisions. So Sinister Creations has beaten the Indiana Robotics Alliance. There you go. Oh, you know what? I got space on this sheet for one more match, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more match. That is Valley View against Heavy Metal. So Valley View Robotics Club throwing in Overvolter, a hammer bot, an axe bot, ice pick bot, against Heavy Metal Robotics Voidwalker. Oh, we're going to have a multi-bot in this eventually, so. All right. What do we think? Horizontal 360-degree spinner thing or an ice pick hammer weapon? Burnout's leaning towards Voidwalker. We're going to see. Voidwalker's up to speed already. Although it looks like Voidwalker took a big hit from Overvolter. A lot of big hits. Holy crap. Voidwalker's getting its ass beat. Although it's taken a wheel off of Overvolter and almost flipped it over. Oh, what a kill shot. 26 seconds. Wow. That was a dominant victory from Overvolter. Okay, so now we get to do... Now we get to do a multi-bot. So Heavy Metal is going to put up Heartbreak and Seance, which is a rear hinged flipper and a piston poker. And Valley View is putting out Galactic Fabrication, which is a rear hinged flipper. So 2 mini bots, 2 lightweights against a middleweight. Do we think they can take them? We are gonna find out. So Galactic Fabrication going against the flipper first. And getting poked up the rear. And their stability bar's already been taken off. Okay. Oh, and now they're getting flipped from behind. This is the one benefit of having a multi-bot setup is the AI can only focus on one at a time, so... Galactic Fabrication really wants to get one of these robots out, but now they've lost a wheel and one of their flipping arms. This is not going Galactic Fabrication's way. That piston poker's doing all the work here. I forget what that one's name is. We might need Burnout to remind me which one is which. Galactic Fabrication not having a good time right now. Hold the phone. The flipper's almost been killed just by getting hit with these defensive spikes on the side. There goes one of the defensive spikes off. And now Galactic Fabrication is stuck on its rear end because it does not have its stability bar it left. Wow. The little ones have done it. And they've just almost killed their own. Oh, they're going to knock Galactic Fabrication down because they want the KO. Although I think this is going to be called on a pin. Yep. It's going to have to be restarted because they pinned it. Wow. Why would you do such a thing? Sorry. It was so close. They were so close to having that match, and then they pinned it. The teamwork was so good right up until the end. Why would you do such a thing to us, Heartbreak and Seance? Heartbreak, you're breaking our hearts. So we're going to get to pretend that that never happened. Although Heartbreak is going for that wheel again. Galactic Fabrication's really giving Seance a hard time. Oh, he's got him on top of the grinder now. So this could be it for the little one. I think Seance has lost a wheel. Galactic Fabrication's lost its stability bar, so now it's stuck on its rear. And Heartbreak is just poking the crap out of its underbelly. So that Seance going to get counted out. We need both, no matter what mini-bots or what multi-bot setup it is, both multi-bot segments need to be out in order to score a KO. Or a TKO, so Galactic Fabrication has 2 minutes to put an end to this. Which it could do here, or it could throw itself on top of the corner grinder. That's cool, too. You just hear poor Seance getting the crap grinded out of it in the background. Oh, my goodness. Galactic Fabrication, what is the matter with you? You had this. You had this in the bag. I don't even have words for that. It's 1:21 left, so that's 99 seconds, I think. I gotta do math in my head. 2408. Okay. Multi-bot victory because Galactic Fabrication threw it all away. Wow. Alright then. So now we've got Cinnamon. And we gotta go down to the extras for Heavy Metal, which is Vacuity. I don't know why it says 5 and 8. It should be 6 and 8, I think. Anyway, Vacuity, I believe, is the correct robot here. And that is a weirdly shaped, kind of Sawblaze pontoon shape axe bot. And Cinnamon is another one of those scoop wedges. So, do we think Scoop Wedge Cinnamon or the Axe of Vacuity? Let me know in the chat as we start. Ooh, good shot from Vacuity on the scoop. Now they're just going straight down the middle of the wedge with it. And the axe head has come off right away. And a wheel, because Cinnamon shoved him into the grinder. Good shit from Cinnamon, who's tripping over the seams in the floor. because they made the robot too low to the ground. Trying to get the other wheel into the grinder now. This is a very surgically precise match from Cinnamon. Take out the weapon, take out the wheel with the grinder. Trying to take out the other wheel. He's got him up on the scoop now. Can he get him over the wall? Not quite. Cinnamon and Spearmint look dumb, but when they get a robot up on the scoop, you can see the how effective that they can be. Although he's going to sit here and pin him, and we're going to have to restart because Cinnamon is a dummy. He attacked with his great axe and rolled a nat 1. Yeah, that was 100% a nat 1 roll. And what would that be that Cinnamon rolled on that attack that just pinned it and had to restart? Would that be like a nat 2 or something? Well, here we go. Basically the same as last time, except the axe doesn't come off. And the wheel does not come off either. So now Cinnamon's lost. It doesn't know what to do. Apparently Vacuity doesn't know what to do either. Well, there goes the axe again. But now Vacuity is mobile, and it does have some damaging weapons on the front for defense mainly, so... Oh, a big scoop by Cinnamon. Vacuity is just going over into the corner to cry by itself. Intelligence roll 2, yeah. Cinnamon getting him up on that scoop again. Oh no! Cinnamon's flipped itself over! It ran into Vacuity too hard. Oh, can it get down from there? It's not trying very hard. Vacuity's going to slap it with its extender and knock it back down because of course it did. We've had some interesting matches so far. They just go back and forth like this. Because the AI is dumb and does... Oh, there goes another wheel off Vacuity. That is going to be game, set, and match unless Cinnamon does another dumb pin. Well, technically it would not be game, set, and match because this is 1 fight out of 4, so... Right now, the match is 3 points to 2 in favor of Valley View. And it looks like they're going to get some more points out of this fight. Because Cinnamon is taking Vacuity to town. Although it's probably only going to be 1 more point if it goes to the judges. And there goes that final wheel. Can they get the TKO before the end of the fight? I don't think they're going to get the count out. So they're going to go for a KO and hold it against the grinder. No dice. Time runs out. 1 point on a judge's decision. So that's technically a judge's decision that we have to wait for the scores for, but I'm pretty sure Cinnamon's going to win it. All right, so that means that Valley View has 4 points and Heavy Metal has 2 points. So Heavy Metal needs a KO here to win the match. So Valley View going in with Chemical X next. And Heavy Metal is Team 6. So Heavy Metal is coming in with Aqua Dementia, a side-hinged flipper against side-hinged axes. How many pins before disqualification? Technically, we don't have any rules for disqualifying something that restarts the fight too much. Kind of because my brother and I designed all the robots like that so that they wouldn't do that. But maybe for next season there will be a disqualification if there's too many restarts. So Chemical X, the side-hinged axes, against Aqua Dementia, the side-hinged flipper. And Chemical X is invertible, so that could give Aqua Dementia some trouble here. Aqua Dementia needs a KO, not a ring out or a TKO. They need a KO to win the match. And they're going to throw Chemical X onto the grinder and take off one of its weapons. Two of its weapons. Got it stuck on the wall now. They're in a good spot to get... There goes all of the... One of the axes went over the wall, too. So now Chemical X is weaponless, except for its defensive spikes. And Aqua Dementia is all over the underside of it. But it looks like Aqua Dementia might have lost two of its flipping arms. Could that affect the outcome of this fight now? Make it a 3-strike system, 3 pins in 1 fight as a DQ. Yeah, that might be what we have to do for next season. Especially for robots that have a lot of physics glitches. Because I had a robot last season that did physics glitches in like every fight, and it went to like 7 restarts before we were able to get a fight out of it. That's a pin, and so that gets restarted. But it's not looking good for Chemical X in this one. Again, though, Aqua Dementia needs a KO and not a count out. And they're doing a good job doing a lot of damage to Chemical X here to start. That was a physics glitch. I think that affected the fight because that allowed Chemical X to get turned around. What do we think of that physics glitch? Should we restart that? That looked like it affected the outcome. Burnout says it looked like it to me. Okay. That is 3 in favor of restarting. I know Chemical X was probably going to get killed there, but it definitely affected the strategic outcome of that fight that Chemical X was able to get away. Well, there goes 1 axe, 2 axes. Aqua Dementia is not waiting around. It's sick of restarting fights. It wants this KO. It wants it bad. Can Heavy Metal Robotics take a win from the Valley View Robotics Club? There's a 3rd axe that's gone off Chemical X. Now a wheel and the corner grinder. Aqua Dementia is pushing itself into the grinder, and that is a KO. That's it. 33 seconds. Okay. That is that match. I think that is Heavy Metal winning that match now. 5 points to 4 probably. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches left. I got to flip to a new sheet. And we will get started. And that says the next match is the C team against the Rebels. And to think real robots are just as boring. Yeah, real robots can be boring. The thing is, real robots can't do this every week, is the thing. So, you'll be able to watch this Robot Rampage League every week, and real-life robots can't compete every week because they're always broken. So now we have the C team against the Rebels, I believe. Yes. So we have Brickface, a kind of angled sit and spin thwackbot against Overclock, which is a piston poker. What do we think is going to happen? Piston poker or thwackbot? And it looks like Brickface is going to get caught on the wall. No, it got away from the wall. Okay. And Brickface is throwing itself around the arena like some kind of crazy spinny thing. Although it's doing a good job keeping Overclock away from it. Keeps knocking it away, although it keeps also turning itself vertically, looking like a spinning telegraph pole or something. So that's one spike out of 4 knocked off of Overclock by Brickface. And Brickface is... Can you score negative points for control? Because that's what this is looking like. Like, I know Brickface... Oh, wow, it broke off almost the whole rest of the weapon there for Overclock. Overclock is taking some big hits. There it goes. It's gone. Brickface has the advantage now. Although it's broken most of its own weapon apart. Yeah, Overclock is struggling to get through this attack to push against it. And there goes the rest of Brickface's weapon. Although it's going to smack him with the extender anyway. Because why not? Just over a minute left in this one. Oh my god, is Overclock stuck? I think Overclock might be another robot whose wheels don't quite touch the floor. It's trying to move. Brickface is not trying to move. Overclock needs the whole face surgery. Yeah. This one's probably going to the judges. Because I don't see either of them killing themselves on the grinders, so... We're going to have a lot of judges' decisions to go over at the start of next stream. Uh-oh. Brickface is stuck spinning. Burnout, do we count that? Historically, we've counted that as being dumb AI, and it counts. We would treat it like a radio problem. Do we count that as a TKO in favor of Overclock? Overclock technically could move itself and chose not to, so I guess. Because it was not a pin, and there were no physics glitches that were at fault in that one. The judges are underpaid. That's because the judges don't get paid. Ooh, controversy. Yeah, I didn't expect this to come up like this. Brickface's move, could it cost it 50 years? Yeah, it could cost it some points here. It could cost it 1 point. Well, I'm going to write these numbers down. This was purely dumb AI, but we have always ruled this against the Sit and Spinner. This is true. We have historically always ruled against the Sit and Spinner being a dumb AI. So, Overclock is going to get away with a TKO on Sit and Spinners having dumb AI. Lucky bastard. Lucky, lucky bastard. Overclock, you lucky bastard. Let's see if his teammate Dramatic has any better luck. And this is C Team, which is against Explicit Equation. So we have Dramatic, which is sort of a drum shape, versus Explicit Equation, which is a piston poker. Hate having to rule that way, but there's no way around the dumb AI. That's true. I think it's a good counter. It's a good way of balancing how the sit and spin AI mode is a little bit overpowered compared to the rest of the AI. So I think it's a good way of balancing that out, that if your robot gets itself stuck, then it's stuck and loses. So let's see what Dramatic and Explicit Equation give us. We all need a little controversy. Controversy is good. Controversy is fun. That's the tagline of Robot Wars. So Dramatic is having a dramatically awful time right now. And that is it. 25 seconds. So the C team is not waiting around in this one and is going straight for the KO. Okay. So that means that the C team has taken the lead in this match, 3 points to 2. Because the TKO is only worth 2 points. And so now going into the heavyweights, the C team is bringing in Steel Dragon 2000 against the Rebels Zika. Pure Flipper, no damaging components on Zika except for some defensive stuff on the back. So, a bitey, flippy, grabby bot against a flipper. What do we think? Ooh, not explicit equation. Steel Dragon 2000 got the underhand. Got the underhand there, but Zika's turned it completely over now. And I don't think that Steel Dragon 2000 is going to get away. I don't think Zika is going to get away here. This is going to be a rematch. Good job, everybody. Do I need to design a team logo and 4 bots in order to compete? Andrew Fowler, technically no. You can have other people design the robots and build them in the game and make a logo for you. You don't have to do all of it yourself. You can team up and have multiple people build and do everything together and have multiple people running a team. You don't have to do everything yourself. So Steel Dragon 2000's counted out there, but it's on top of Zika. Do we count that as a pin? Because Zika wasn't doing anything to hold it in place. Where can I get this game? Catinator, you can get the game in the download section of GameTechMods.com. That's a pin. Okay, another restart. Oh, that was a good flip there from Steel Dragon. And now Zika is really struggling to get back over. Stuck on top of Steel Dragon's jaws, which are doing damage to the underside of Zika. Zika cannot get its front wedge down. And Steel Dragon's turned it over again. So Steel Dragon's really coming on strong in this fight. And Zika is having a bad time. Although he's got him pushed against the wall. Not that it's helping. Oh, there goes half of the defensive spikes off Zika. And now it's parked it on the wall. Amazing. That is a fantastic response to the lightweight controversies to just come out with 2 decisive victories. Good shit, C team. That is 1 minute and 6 seconds. TKO victory for Steel Dragon 2000. Expected Steel Dragon 2000 to struggle. I did too. I didn't think it was going to do that well. Like, I know Zika's not good at getting under stuff, but I didn't think it was going to be that decisive. So that is now 5-2 in favor of the C team. So the Rebels need a KO to tie it. To tie the match up at the end. C team is team number 11. So we get Hayajini, I believe is the correct one. And then the Rebels are number 3. So we get Heart Attack. Heart Attack may look familiar to some people. This is going to be a case of 2 big rammers against each other. So, Hayajini or Heart Attack? Who do we got? More rammer goodness. Yeah, this will be at least be a quick match. A lot of fast action. Wow, Hayajini just got denied. Heart Attack's got the wedges to lift its wheels off of the ground and try to push it. Although Hayajini can run inverted better. Oh my goodness! It just buried itself into the side of Heart Attack. Holy crap. It is just caving in Heart Attack's side right now. Well, rip Heart Attack. They're going in circles, but Heart Attack is getting fucked up right now. Oh, there goes a third wheel, so Heart Attack can't even drive straight anymore. Burnout. If you want to do, or if we want to end up doing highlights, then I think that ram into the side of Heart Attack is going to end up being one of the highlights for sure. So Hayajini is doing a lot of damage points-wise, but it's not going to get hits on the control board like this, I don't think. So this is not going to be a KO unless they back off. Not that they need one. They have the match pretty much won. But, you know, more points equals better in the long run for the whole season. So, oh, there's a control board hit. There's 2. Can it get a third and get the KO and get the 3 points? Heart Attack's just trying to stay facing Hayajini. Oh, what a ram. Oh, man. Hayajini has fucked up Heart Attack. Oh, not going for the 3 points. It's going to be content with 2. Doesn't want to get Heart Attack back into the match. Fair. And that is 43 seconds left. Oh, I got to do math. What's 43 seconds left? How much time passed in the fight? That's 137 seconds. $15,000 points, the most damage that we've seen in a single fight so far. And that is a convincing win for the C team. So that is 7 points to 2 for the C team. They are probably, I think they are leading the league so far in points caused, or in points won. So next up we have Armchair Engineers and Team Smash. Okay. Where are the Armchair Engineers? They are team number 8, and they have Whipwreck, which is similar to Brickface except with a flail. And they are facing Team Smash, which is down here somewhere. They're Team 16. They have Bubblegum, which is another one of those spike wedge designs. C team is looking pretty scary. Yeah, the C team had some good fights in there. With the exception of their lightweight fight, the C team was pretty dominant. So they could be one to watch out for later in the season. All right, Whipwreck, Flail, Sit and Spin Flail, Thwackbot, and Bubblegum the Wedge. Who do we got? Whipwreck going to town on the side of Bubblegum, getting some hits on those wheels. Could take some wheels out, although Bubblegum's tossed them onto the grinder and they've lost their weapon now. That was an amazing attack by Bubblegum. Wow, Bubblegum using the strats and getting the hazards into play. Hello, Steven Deswan. Welcome to the Robot Rampage League. We are in a match between... it's a lightweight match. Lightweight fight right now between the Armchair Engineers and Team Smash. Whipwreck versus Bubblegum, and right now Bubblegum is absolutely tearing Whipwreck apart. Got him into the grinders early and did a lot of damage to Whipwreck. Oh, and now wheels come off of Whipwreck, but Bubblegum is stuck on the grinders. Got to be careful. They got the fight wrapped up pretty much. They're probably not going to be able to let Whipwreck get counted out, because Whipwreck's got a lot of drive power, so if they get any traction, they'll keep moving. So Bubblegum's got to go for either taking off the other wheel to get the TKO, or to get the KO right there. Minute 35, so that's 85 seconds with the KO. Good job, Bubblegum. That early charge into the grinders really, that was what won the match for Bubblegum. 100%. So Team Smash bringing Planetary Conqueror against the Armchair Engineers Mini Berserkers. So we got two horizontal spinners here. One's an overhead and one is kind of two out to the side undercutter type of thing. So Mini Berserker and Planetary Conqueror. Let us know who you got for this particular fight. Because right now, Team Smash is up 3-0 in this match. Yeet! That's a restart and a half. Okay, Planetary Conqueror, let's not do that this time. I know you're from a planetary system, but you don't have to go back just yet. That's not... There we go. Okay, so one of Mini Berserker's weapon motors is already off, and the other one is off now too. So Planetary Conqueror straight up stripped Mini Berserker of all of its weapons. And now it's just a case of finishing the match. If he gets Mini Berserker stuck on its front or its rear, that could be the match there. Oh, what a hit. And that is a second KO for Team Smash. I keep doing the thing where I forget to look at the time before the end of the fight, so I gotta go back and watch the stream and get all these numbers later. All right, so Team Smash is up 6-0, which means that the best that the Armchair Engineers can do is hope to tie. Those hammers are strong. Yeah, I think those are spiked club weapons on Planetary Conqueror. They do a lot of damage. Okay, so the Armchair Engineers are going to bring a multi-bot to their heavyweight match. They are bringing Axis and allies to their heavyweight fight. Team Smash is bringing Bioshocker, which is a vertical spinner. So Axis and allies is a vertical spinner and a front hinged flipper. And they're going up against Bioshocker, a double vertical spinner. So who do we got? Vertical spinner or vertical spinner? What do we think? Multibot against not multibot. Axis and allies has a good chance of winning. Yeah, I think it does. If they can get behind... they can get behind Bioshocker, which they're not really doing. They're just going weapon on weapon here. And Bioshocker's taken one of the discs off already. Now they've got... Alright, so Bioshocker's pinned on Axis, and now Allies is just digging up the back end of Bioshocker, who is not enjoying that at all. Trying to keep facing him. So Allies has lost all of its damaging weapons now, so it's up to Axis to do the damage for the multi-bot, and that's all their weapons gone now. Bioshocker's taken off all of their weapons. And it is pretty heavily damaged Axis so far. So they're just trying to keep it contained and win on control on a judge's decision, I think, here. Although Axis is going to be stupid and pin Bioshocker in place. Oh, they've backed off and let it get free, and Bioshocker's going to make him pay for it, except for the part where they drive up Axis's wedge again. See, now, if Allies still had their weapon, this would be a fantastic position to be in. Except for the part where they're pushing their teammates' wheels into the grinder. That's going to go. Yep, there it goes. And Bioshocker's lost one of its defensive spike platforms there. Oh, good hit on Allies. So one of the very few advantages of a multibot is that Bioshocker has to KO both of them to get the 3 points. And it's only got 60 seconds left to do that, although it's got allies out now. But it was really struggling to do anything to Axis before. And it's parked itself on top of it again. Ooh. Poor little Axis just got fucked up in the corner. 37 seconds left. Got the KO on the multibot. And I gotta do math once again. Alright, let's end that horrible noise from the grinders. So, that is a third KO for Team Smash. I believe. Yes, that's 3 straight KOs. So Team Smash is on 9 points. Team Smash is going to the top of the league table after this, because they are on 9 points right now, and nobody else has gotten more than 7, I think. It's been a really low-scoring stream so far, but now it is going Team Smash's way. So first we need to watch the game crash, is what we need to do. I will bring that right back up. Supposed to be hearing the game audio. Yeah, can you hear the game audio? I thought I had the game audio in. There it is. My bad. So I had, did I have the Armchair Engineers on first? I think I did. Yeah, Armchairs are first. It's Team 8. With Smashy McSmashface, you get to see a robot designed to look like it's from Robot Arena 1. Going up against id, which I think is a piston bot. Only 3 crashes so far in almost 2 hours. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's why I prefer stock Robot Arena 2 to DSL, because the crashes are not as bad. Alright, so Smashy versus id, and id has almost thrown itself out of the arena already. It is fucking up Smashy's weapons, though. Holy crap. Poor Smashy McSmashface. And Smashy doesn't have the drive power to push back. This is why you should not design your robots in Robot Arena 1. Smashy's trying to get id to fall off onto the grinder. I think we're going to end up with a pinning situation here. Yes, we have. So that's a restart. Let's try it again. I'm glad I've been talking so much because I didn't realize you guys could not hear the game before. Oh, Smashy's gotten stuck. Good job, Smashy. Although it's taken off part of id's weapon system, but now Smashy's already on its control board hits. What do you think, Burnout? Is that a restart for Smashy getting stuck on the wall? I'm wondering if that should be a restart because Smashy never got dropped into the arena correctly. I mean, we know Smashy's probably going to lose, but I'm thinking that's a restart, yeah. Come on, Smashy. There you go. Oof, and a half. Oh, that's a hit. Took off 4 of the weapons in one go. And now Smashy's stuck with his only remaining hammer underneath id. And id's trying to take that one off, too. Come on, Smashy. Get id off the top of you. This is not some Freudian nonsense. You need to get out of there. Man, id is just ridiculously aggressive. It has no care for its own safety. It's like, fuck it, let's beach myself on this guy. All your arms belong to us. Oh! There's 3 control board hits in 1 hit. Six and 63 seconds, I believe. Okay, so Team Smash got a perfect match. That's 12 points. No, 12 points to nothing. That is as good as a team can do in the league. So they are going to be leading the league after 1 week, without doubt. We got 2 matches left. We've got River City against Hive, and then the Kestrels against Pink Chaos. So let's see what River City's got. River City Robotics going out with Network, a horizontal saw spinner. Saw blades do damage differently than the rest of the components. And they are against Hive Academy, which is putting out Jinx, a side-hinged flipper. So, what do we think? Saw spinner or side hinged flipper? Fun fact, Network is themed after one of my bowling balls. Oh, hold the phone. I was not expecting this. Network to get under the wedge. Okay. That's different. Teen Titans references for the win. Yeah, Teen Titans reference is not doing so well so far. Although I don't think Network is doing a whole lot of damage because I'm not hearing the saw sound effects in my headphones. So this is more of a pushing match, and hopefully they break free soon. Did not saw that coming. Is the side hinge flipper going to go crazy off the kill saws? I mean, nothing's going crazy too much right now. Think they stuck. Yeah, they stuck pretty good. Jinx can back away at any time, but right now they're keeping Network in one spot, so maybe Network will get a count out and have to back up. Although that does not seem to be what is happening. Physics, yes. This is, we thought we had one of the worst fights ever before. Oh, here we go. So they have broken free now. And now Network is really going in with those saws. Jinx is not able to get under it at all. There you go, Network. Get the damage in. Gotta love lightweight matches. Yeah, I don't know about that. The crowd is booing even though Jinx's face is being caved in. So Network is not going to get a KO with saws because they don't do that type of damage. But they do steady low amounts of damage like this, and they're probably going to end up winning the judge's decision on that. Unless Jinx can pull something out here. This is just an intense makeout session. I mean, yeah, if you've got a thing for Jinx, why not? There are people out there that do. 20 seconds remaining. Jacob Rogers, wow, I showed up just now. Yeah, you've missed a lot of good fights and a lot of good matches and a lot of bad fights and a lot of bad matches. Right now we are at the lightweights for River City Robotics versus HIVE. We just had Team Smash get a perfect 12-point match against the Armchair Engineers. So that is a judge's decision that Network is probably going to win. And now we move on to Gizmo in the middleweights, which is a rammer. And River City has Cleansing in the middleweights. This might be another 4-second match. Or 4-second fight. Let's see what happens. Yep. Good job, Gizmo. 4 seconds. So that was a free 2 points to Cleansing. Moving on to the Jaws of Death, a rebuild of one of my earliest RA2 robots against Mammoth. So we have side mandibles, axes things against side and overhead axes. So Mammoth actually might have the advantage here because it's got more weaponry to bring to the table. Pulling a Gizmo is going to have to become a thing. Gizmo and Sludge, I think, have both done the same thing. Or maybe it wasn't Sludge. There was another robot that just went straight out in 4 seconds. Early in the stream. So, Jaws of Death versus Mammoth here. Mammoth has gotten itself on top of Jaws. Mammoth doing a lot of damage to the top of Jaws, but Jaws has taken off one of the side axes already. So which one is going to come out? This is just like a slap fight. That's what's going on here. Jaws trying to get around to the side of Mammoth. And now Mammoth has taken off one of Jaws' weapons and is going into the top and getting a lot of damage on Jaws. Now Mammoth has lost its side weapons. Mammoth is not taking a whole lot of chassis damage, but Jaws is going for that wheel. And now going into the side of the chassis. Oh, but Jaws is on the ropes now. Mammoth has been hitting it from above. Ooh, one more hit. There it is. 64 seconds, and Mammoth has the KO. So that is 3 points clawed back for HIVE, who are down by 3 points. So this is probably a tied match going into the final, the Super Heavies. Can you put some royalty-free action music? I could probably do that for next stream. I will see what I can find. I had some royalty-free music at the start of the stream. I might be able to find some more. So now we have River City, which is Team 18. So River City's going in with Overseer for the Supers, and HIVE is Team 2. So they are going in with HIVE, a weird H-shaped piston robot. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Horizontal spinner against pistons. What are we thinking? Overseer or HIVE? Ace says it's 4 a.m. Thank you for being here, Ace. I appreciate it. You don't have to be up that early if you don't want to. You could definitely just watch the stream later if you want. Overseer is getting attacked like crazy, and it's already lost its weapon. Good job. HIVE with that weapon reach, unlike anything else so far. Although Overseer's got that, like, spike sticking out that used to hold the weapon motor. Oh, that's gone now, too. Almost 9 p.m. in the UK. Yeah, that's a good time to watch, I feel. So Overseer's knocked off one of the weapon racks off of HIVE. So they've only got the one on the right side to deal with, but they are taking damage from it. Damage directly in the chassis, too. That's not good. Oh, and that goes most of the rest of their supports and stuff. Yeah, Overseer's going to be done here. There it is. So that is HIVE with another 3 points. And that wins HIVE the match. Look at that. And then we just got one match left. It's the Kestrels against Pink Chaos. Pink Chaos is the team that I'm supporting in this one. I am definitely a fan of this team. There we go. So we got Unprettier and El Gringo. El Gringo is a rammer. Unprettier is kind of an overhead claw thing. So who do we think is going to win this one? Shame pistons are mostly useless in real life. Yeah, they kind of are. They'd be useless in this game too if they worked like real life. El Gringo and Unprettier. Here we go. El Gringo trying to get around the side of the weapon, and it is not going well for El Gringo. Holy crap. It is getting razored. Unprettier is unprettying El Gringo pretty quick. That's 18 seconds. The crushing power, yes. That was a decisive win for Pink Chaos. So now we get Overthrown and Drigger. Overthrown being a front-hinged flipper and Drigger being a piston poker. So who do we think on this one? Drigger or Overthrown? I'm supporting Overthrown because I am a fan of the pink team. I think Drigger's going to struggle with the wedge here. Oh, yeah. Overthrown getting some good height on there, but not going for the Uda right now. In fact, not trying to knock out Drigger at all, even though Drigger's on top of them. Yeah, put him into the grinder's not a bad strategy. Ooh, broke off half of Drigger's claw. Drigger's kind of got like a tiger claw type of piston thing. There goes one of Overthrown's flipping arms. Overthrown's got to be really careful here they don't lose the other one. Oh, and Drigger's weapon comes off. And now a wheel, too. That is a KO for Overthrown. Wow. 48 seconds. Reversible flipper axe combo. Hey, if somebody wants to build that for next season, that could be pretty cool. All right, so now we've got Panther and Warbird. Panther's a rammer and Warbird's a rear-hinged flipper. What are we thinking for this one? Can the Pink Panther beat a rear-hinged flipper? Jonathan Pierce, the CCC crushability factor. That was the lightweights, definitely. Pink boys. Everybody's going for Pink Panther in this one. We'll see. Warbird's a pretty decent flipper here. Oh, there he goes. Welp, 5 seconds. It wasn't suicide this time, though. That was just straight up Warbird. So that was a thing. It's been 3 fights that have just been straight up the wedge and out. Is that pulling a gizmo? It's close. I think that was Warbird's thing, though. So that's the Kestrels have 2 back, so it's 5-2 right now. Kestrels need to get a KO here to win or to tie the match. So Team 10. Kestrels going in with Berserker and Pink Chaos, team number 4, going in with Dysfunctional Stepsister and Berserker. These were 2 of the best robots we had in our first version of Robot Rampage. So let's see how they come out. 4 horizontal spinners against 10 flipping arms. What do we think? This is about as weapon spammy as it gets. Will the game crash? Will it be able to handle it? Oh, Berserker's upside down. And Dysfunctional Stepsister doesn't care. She's taking quite a bit of damage from those spinners. Oh, there goes one of them entirely. This is why Berserker's got a spinner on each corner. It can just get turned around as much as it wants, and it can still attack. Stepsister not able to get in there at the moment. And Berserker's carving her up with that left front spinner. Berserker might make this, you know? It's getting its butt kicked, but it might actually win this one. Oh, never mind. Oh, Stepsister's lost a lot of flipping arms. And now Stepsister's on the ropes. Hold on. Berserker did it! Oh my goodness, 53 seconds, it's beaten dysfunctional Stepsister. Dysfunctional Stepsister went completely undefeated in the first version of Robot Rampage on Patreon. 17 or 18-0. And Berserker's just straight up KO'd it here for 3 points. And that ties the match. Nope, that does not tie the match. That is 6-5 in favor of Pink Chaos. So Pink Chaos still wins the match, but only by a single point. That was good. That was a great match to end off on. Okay. So that is that. That's the end of the first week. We've gotten through all the matches. Looking at my notes, we do not have all of our finishes because we have a lot of judges' decisions that the judges have to get through. It's the same as the Fight Court judging system. Damage, control, strategy, aggression, 6 points each, and then a spectacle point. And we're going to find out the result of those judges' decisions this week, and we will report them next week during the stream. We might report them on in the Discord server or on the Robot Rampage League Twitter account as we get through them. But yeah, right now we have some pretty good matches. We're waiting on the results of Stormlab and Kinetic Creatures. What do we definitely have? C-Team and Robot Rebels. C-Team with 9 points. 9 points? 7 points to Rebels 2. Team Smash with 12 points. 12-0. That was a good result. And we just had Pink Chaos beat the Kestrels 6-5. So, yeah, that was a really, really interesting first week. I wasn't sure how things were going to go, how boring or exciting the fights were going to be. There were some not interesting fights. We had some good fights, though. We have some highlight-worthy fights. And once we get those judges' decisions, we'll be able to make predictions about the standings and everything. So I'm excited for that and to see how everything ranks. So thank you, everybody, for being part of the stream. You can chat about the Robot Rampage League in my Discord server. The link is in the description of the stream and every one of my videos. There's a special RRL discussion channel, and then there's another one if you want to try building your own Robot Arena 2 robots. There's a second channel to show that off. We also have a Robot Rampage League Twitter account that my brother is running. He's going to be posting stats and everything, too, throughout the season, stats and analysis and such. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, you can definitely check out the Robot Rampage Twitter account. I have to go use the bathroom. So I think this is a good time to end the stream. And I will leave you guys with the schedule for next week's Robot Rampage. I'm going to leave this up for a couple of minutes while you guys discuss it. And I will see you guys next week for the Robot Rampage League's next round. See you guys later.